everyone, welcome to Oliveboard. Good evening everyone. I hope you all are fine and doing well. So, I Aishwarya Sharma welcomes you all here, and today's we are going to start Unit 3, that is Correspondent Banking in Accounts. So we will learn about different types of accounts, and also what are the conditions for the NRI, and what is this concept correspondent banking. As according to our syllabus, this chapter is one of the important chapter in BFM. So we are going to read about some important terms, the most important things about the correspondent banking and the related accounts. So I am hoping that I am audible, I am visible, my screen is visible, everything is okay from my side. Then I am going to start today's class. As my screen is visible to everyone, so let's start with the correspondent banking. What is the meaning of this correspondent banking? Basically, correspondent banking means correspondent banking is type of a financial type of institution that provides the services to the another one, usually in another country, and it basically act as an intermediary or agent, facilitating the wire transfers, conducting the business transactions, accepting the deposits, and also gathers the documents on behalf of other bank. That is the meaning of correspondent banking. Means this is that relationship where when bank provides services to another bank in a foreign country, and the bank in the foreign country is called the correspondent bank. Suppose there is a bank in the in the India. Okay, there is a bank in the India, but now there are some customers who wants to use the services of this bank in Germany too. So any other bank in the Germany is acting like a correspondent bank on behalf of this bank. That is called the concept of correspondent banking. Correspondent banks basically act as an intermediary that helps other banks serve its customers in that country. And for those banks who do not have branches in the foreign countries, correspondent banks provides a way to access the international markets and also serve the clients without the need to open their branches abroad. This relationship involves mutual accounts between the two banks, or one bank having an account with the another. But it can also work without any account relationship at all. Okay. That is the basically meaning of correspondent banking here. Now moving further, let's talk about the Nostro account. What is the meaning of Nostro account? See, a Nostro account basically refers to that bank account that held in the foreign country but by a domestic bank and denominated in the currency of the overseas country, denominated in the currency of that country. Nostros is a term that is derived from the Latin word hours and are frequently used to facilitate the foreign exchange and trade transaction. So this is a Nostro account is a foreign currency account that a bank in the home country holds with a bank in the host country. It means our account with you. Example, if there is a SBI in the Mumbai, this is as a US dollar account with the Citibank in the New York. This is a Nostro account in the SBI books. That is the concept of Nostro account here. Fine. Then let's discuss about the Vostro account. What is the meaning of Vostro account? Vostro account is basically an account where the correspondent bank where the correspondent banks holds on behalf of another bank. And these accounts are the essential aspect of correspondent banking, in which the bank holding the funds acts as a custodian for or manages the account of a foreign counterpart. Means a vostro account, basically when a foreign bank holds an account in the home country bank in the home country currency, it means your account with us. So there is an American Express Bank in New York that has a rupee account with the SBI in the Mumbai. It is a vostro account in the SBI books. Clear? Then what is the meaning of Loro account? Loro account is also a bank account. This is also a bank account that a domestic bank holds for a foreign bank or another domestic bank, or we can say third party account, as a third party account. This word loro comes also from the Italian word loro, which means there. Okay, so loro account refers to the account held by the another bank with the bank where the relationship is happening. It is essentially a third party account. It means their account with them. Example, we can say there is a Citibank who is referring to the rupee account of American Express Bank held with SBI in Mumbai, or referring to the US dollar account of SBI in the Citibank in New York. This is the example of loro account. Loro is an Italian word meaning there. So a loro account is essentially a third party account. Fine. I think visible now my screen. Okay. Moving next to the mirror account. Mirror account. Basically, mirror account we can say here. If in other words we want to explain the mirror account, this is type of a separate account which is used to reconcile the differences. Between a company's cash account and its bank statement, and the transactions basically are recorded in the cash account and also the mirror account, which allows basically the identification and also the correction. So the mirror account is a way for bank to keep track of its nostro account. It is a shadow account that mirrors the nostro account in the bank's own book. It helps in reconciling the transactions and the balances, and the two mirror account is maintained in the two currencies, the foreign currency and the home currency. Then one more thing, what is the meaning of SWIFT? Now I am telling you about, do you want to learn about the SWIFT Desire or only SWIFT? So we are not talking about that SWIFT, we are talking about the SWIFT that is basically what? This is a Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunications. Now, what is the meaning of this? This is that system that powers the most international money and security transfers. This is a vast messaging network which is used by the financial institutions to quickly, accurately, securely send and receive information such as money transfer instructions. This SWIFT uses strong security measures, including a system to automatically authenticate the financial messages through a method called bilateral key exchange. There is a question last time on this. And the system operates 24 hours a day, 24 into 7. It is operated without holiday. This is very cheaper, and it is built on the three main values: excellence, community, and innovation. Then we are talking about the chips here. Chips like Uncle Chips or Lay's. Personally, I like the Lay's, but the yellow one Lay's. But we are talking here chips, that is what? Clearinghouse interbank payment system. You can read the PPT. I am telling you the things. So this is our payment system. Is the largest private sector US dollar clearing system for the wire transfers. And within the public sector counterpart, CHIPS forms the primary network for transferring and settling the payments in the US dollar. Is the major payment system in the USA operating since 1970s, and it is used by those banks who are settling the US dollar payments, mostly for the large international transactions. There we can say CHIPS is useful. Okay, then next one is FedWire. Now, what is the FedWire? This is also a fund service, generally to make the large value critical payments. This FedWire fund services is also a credit transfer service. Here, participants originate the funds transfers by instructing a Federal Reserve Bank to debit funds from its own account and credit funds to the account of another participant. Okay, and there is more than 9,000 banks are there included with the FedWire. You can just see the PPT, read the PPT, you will learn the more things about this. Okay, now let's talk about the CHAPS. What is the meaning of CHAPS? CHAPS, that is a similar system like CHIPS, but this is operated in the UK. It handles the large value payments, particularly in the London. Like CHIPS, CHAPS uses a net settlement system. It is used by many banks in the UK to process the large payments between each other. And around 20 member banks use this CHAPS, with 4,500 indirect members are there. That is CHAPS. Then one more, there is a Target. This is a euro payment system basically across the eurozone, a system that allows the participants to settle the payments in central bank money, which eliminates the risk of settlement between the participants. This is available from 7 to 6 p.m. on the working days, with a cut-off time to customer payments at 5 p.m. So basically this system is mandatory for all the euro transactions within the eurozone, and it helps in sending the money instantly, easily, securely. Now comes to the we saw the payment system of Europe that help the settlement doing in settlement quickly. RTGS Plus. This is one of the we can say German based payment system that provides the real-time gross settlement. This means payments are settled instantly one by one, and this is used by more than 90 banks and focuses on the euros payments in Germany and across the Europe. If we talk about here the EBA system. EBA system is Euro Banking Association that runs several systems to help process payments across the European Union. So this is a netting system which is used for the cross-border euro payments. It connects 53 banks. And this is basically, we can say, like CHAPS, CHIPS. This is also a system where we can do the payment securely. Now come to the India. So India India has two main systems. First one is RTGS and then NEFT. In RTGS, we can say it is used for the large transaction. It is called real time because payments are settled instantly, and you can transfer minimum amount 2 lakh. And RTGS is available now 24/7, and basically funds are completed, transferring of funds are completed in 30 minutes after the funds are sent by sending bank. NEFT is done for the smaller transaction, done for takes 24, it is working 24/7, and basically it does not settle the funds instantly. It provides a fast money transfer. So both are from the India, NEFT and RTGS. RTGS is for the larger transactions. Now let's discuss about the NRI. Okay, what is the meaning of NRI? Okay, NRI is basically having different definition under Income Tax Act and under FEMA. So first let's see the definition of NRI under the Income Tax Act. This is an individual which is considered a resident in India, but either one of two conditions should be followed. First one, that person lives in India. Sorry for the drawing, I think I made, just think, if that person lives in India for at least 182 days in the last financial year, or that person lives in India for 365 days in the last 4 years, last 4 financial years, then it can be considered as the NRI. And 60 days in the most recent financial year is important. Okay, that means if a person who is living in 2020 and he lives for 30 days, then in 2021 he lives for 120 days, and in 2022 he lives for 180 days, and in 2023 he lives for 10 days, and in 2024 it lives like for 60 days, 62 days. So that person, you can do calculation in the 4 years. This year is not included, this 4 years, total 365 days, but 60 days in the most recent year, recent financial year. That means that person qualifies the condition and that person is considered as the NRI. Okay, if no, sorry, that person is not considered as NRI if both of these conditions are not met. That in that condition, that person is considered as NRI. Fine, clear? Okay, next question, next slide. So here now one changes there from 1st of April 2020. If a person in India for at least 120 days during the previous financial year and has stayed in India for at least 365 days in the last 4 financial year, their income should be taxable if he is earning more than 15 lakhs. Okay. Then there is a RNOR. For the tax purposes, a person is also treated as resident but not ordinary resident. But means they have stayed outside India for at least 9 years out of 10 years. They have stayed in India for less than 730 days in the last 7 years. These persons are called RNOR. Deemed resident means is that NRI who meets the criteria. They have the Indian citizenship, they do not qualify as a tax resident, they earn more than 15 lakhs from Indian sources. So these types of persons, we can say these types of persons can be considered as the deemed residents. Fine. Now let's see what is the definition of NRI under the FEMA. under the FEMA Act. Like, who are those persons who are going abroad just for jobs, just for businesses, just for other reasons, and they are staying outside India for indefinite period? Those are people considered as NRI. Those person who are working with the foreign governments or the international organizations like UN, IMF, World Bank, these persons are called NRI. Indian government officials or employees of public sector organization who are sent abroad for the assignments by the government or posted to the Indian diplomatic missions in other countries, they are considered as NRIs. And who is PIS? Means these are the things under the NRI, under the FEMA, but according to the Income Tax Act, they have two conditions, and either one of the condition must be followed. Fine. Then what is the meaning of this PIO? PIO, person in Indian origin. They also have some conditions, but at least one of these conditions should be met to considered as PIO. They were once an Indian citizen in their life. They belong to the territory that become the part of India. They are the child, grandchild, great-grandchild of an Indian citizen or of someone who met the conditions above. They are the spouse of the Indian citizens or of someone who meets the conditions listed above. Means these are the conditions. NRI is someone of Indian nationality who is living abroad for work, business or other reasons, but there is no fixed return date is there. That type of persons are called NRIs. Fine. OCB, overseas corporate body, means that is refers to the overseas company, trust or firm that is mainly owned by the NRIs. Means a type of company, trust where all the NRIs are working or living. And for a body to be considered an OCB, so 60% of the ownership must be held by the NRIs. That means that is considered as OCB. Now let's discuss about some important accounts here. Okay, some important accounts. First one is NRI account, NRE account, non-resident external rupee account, maintained by the NRIs and PIOs. They can do what in these type of account? They can remit the money, they can get the money from the abroad, they can deposit that money in that account. They can also deposit the foreign currencies. If they are coming to the temporary visit to India, they can they can deposit the money. The bank have to verify the person's non-resident status. Then FCNRB accounts, non-resident Indians and the persons of Indian origins are allowed to open and maintain the foreign currency non-resident accounts, but with the certain banks. These accounts are only available as term deposits, meaning you deposit money for a fixed period and the deposit must stay for at least 1 year and up to the 5 years. That type of account are called here where I am FCNRB account. Fine. Then RFC account, one of the important account, RFC account. What is the meaning of RFC account? Resident foreign currency account. When a non-resident Indian, they returns to the India for permanent settlement. Now they have to add option that they can convert their NRI account into RFC account. But some of the important things are also there. Everything is mentioned like documents and all types of guidelines should be followed. Then there is a special account, that is SNRR account. Now in this SNRR account, this account is for those individuals who are living outside India but they have interest in the India. They can open account with a bank to handle the genuine transaction for the legal money. and they are not liable to earn any type of interest. They used all the transaction only for the business, and whatever they are withdrawing, whatever they are submitting, depositing, all the things are matched with the business activities. So that is the meaning of SNRR account there. So these are the important things I covered in this, and all the important terms I covered in this chapter. This chapter is a very wide, containing a wide concept, and important chapter is there because a lot of questions are there from in the last examination from this chapter. I hope that everything is okay. If you feel any type of problem, you can just ask. And thank you so much for giving your time. We will meet tomorrow with next chapter and for the quick revision. Thank you so much. Take care all. Have a good day all. Thank you.